What's going on, everybody? It's Hunter here, and we're back. BoogiePod episode 46. 4 from 50. We'll have something special planned for... Dude, my phone falls every time because I bang on my desk. Anyways, so we got episode 46. 50, we're going to have something special planned. Don't know what it is yet. We'll have something special, even if it's like just someone being in here with us, but we'll have something different. It won't be the normal BoogiePod for episode 50. But we still got 4 episodes till then, and a lot of football to cover from now until then. And that's what we're going to do today. Tons of football to talk about. But as always, Jake, how was your week?
Pretty good. Pretty good, actually. Things going my way. So.
Good. That's good. Always got to have things going your way. That means it's always a big good week. So let's get kicked off here. Starting off with what we started off with the last 2 weeks. Stock ups, stock downs for college football. You want to start or you want me to start?
I'll start, I guess.
Okay.
I guess we're doing stock downs first, you said?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, stock down. My first one's Arkansas. They blew that game. They were kind of supposed to pull away, and then, I don't know, just didn't show up the rest of the game. KJ Jefferson played all right, but they're my big one. I think, who's my other one? I forgot. Oklahoma. Yeah, that's another big one. I know Kansas State owns them a little bit, but It's like new coach. We'd like to win that game, but AJ Martinez played well. And I don't know. Yeah, that's
bad stuff. Yeah, I'm going Miami for a stock down.
Oh.
I agree with the Oklahoma one, but I'll go Miami mainly for the fact of even with this team losing to Texas A&M, everyone was still kind of like, okay, this is probably going to be the other team to be in the ACC championship still. It went out to Texas A&M. It is what it is. They were competitive. Then they get beat by Middle Tennessee State. Quarterback gets benched, which we'll talk about later, and all the wheels are kind of coming off for Miami, and now it's kind of like, obviously, this is still a Miami team that the future is still bright for, but it's just kind of like, man, what if you drop 2 more this year, and you go 8-4 this year? That wouldn't look too good. What if you go 7-5? You know what I'm saying? So, like, how far are the wheels going to fall off here? So that's why it's my biggest stock down. And for my stock up teams, I'll start us here. I got one Ohio State. Really impressive win against Wisconsin at home. In division, teams that are always going to play each other tough, but they handled business clearly there, and their jerseys look awesome. So good stock up for Ohio State. And another stock up is Kansas State. A lot of people picked this team as their dark horse in the Big 12 going into it. I wasn't so high on them. Then they dropped one last week against Tulsa, which was kind of a trap game, I guess. But then they picked it back up with Oklahoma, and they're still right in with Big 12 contentions to win it. So stock back up for Kansas State. You got any other teams besides those 2?
Yeah, my first stock up's actually going to be Maryland. I know they lost, but they lost by a touchdown to Michigan, who everyone thought was really, really good, which they are good. So I'd like to see Maryland actually show up the rest of the year and have a really good record.
Yeah.
If they can keep playing like that against good teams, then I think they'll be good. My other one is Tennessee a little bit. I mean, beating Florida is always a good stock up because they not really capable of beating them very often. But real fast, I didn't realize this for stock down. Do you know Ole Miss beat Tulsa by like a touchdown at Ole Miss? I didn't even know that.
I know that also helped kind of Kansas State's argument a little bit on why they kind of maybe lost to Tulsa, but I'm not going to reach out that far. So
that's true.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to our first headliner of the BoogiePod, and that is Georgia Tech fires their athletic director, fires their coach. Jake was making fun of me just a few minutes ago before we went live because I have it in the thing. It says Georgia Tech new brand ? Made fun of me. It's a new brand. New athletic director means you're changing everything. That's the way I kind of look at it. If you fire him, if you don't just leave.
Yeah.
If you fire him, you're changing everything, kind of, especially in Georgia Tech scenario where they're not good at a single thing. So maybe they're gonna try to get good at things, and we'll see how it goes. I've heard the little sprinkles of Deion Sanders. It better not be. I will be upset as a Clemson fan, but it'd be kind of cool to see him at Georgia Tech, I guess. But anyways, you got any takes about this?
Yeah, I want Deion at Georgia Tech. I need that to happen. That's gonna be hilarious.
I feel like there's so much. He's a great coach. I feel like there's better options though than Georgia Tech. But
that's a good step up for him. Good step up. If you rebuild Georgia Tech a little bit, look good, and go like Clemson or something. Take that one, Jones.
Yeah. All right. All right, let's move on. Boogie Poll, everyone's favorite time. I love the Boogie Poll. If you don't know what the Boogie Poll is, it's where me and Jake do our own college football poll, but it's top 12 instead of top 25. Let's get going here. I'll start off with my honorable mentions. I actually have one that I thought deserved to be mentioned before we got into it. That's Oregon, actually. I trashed on them week 1. I have a video that has over 1,000 views on my channel with a clown emoji over Bo Nix. However, even though they did look bad this past week, they were in a close game, but Washington State's, I think, better than what people give them credit for. But this is an Oregon team that got blown out by what I think is the best team in the country. We'll get to later. And they beat BYU, and I think they're the second best team in the Pac-12 now. And I say that with the Florida loss from Utah aging not good. So, I mean, after Utah lost to Florida, they went on to lose to Kentucky and Tennessee. So now that looks even worse for Utah than it originally did. So, I think Oregon deserves to be mentioned, but they're not there. You got any honorable mentions?
No, I actually don't.
Okay, well, you start us off with 12 then.
12, I'm going to put Oklahoma State in there.
Okay.
I'm not happy about it, but they have to be our now.
Okay. Sitting here and I wrote mine down and I put Oklahoma at 12, but it was a mistake. It's supposed to be Oklahoma State. I also agree with you. Oklahoma State, I did not have them ranked last week, but I have them ranked this week at 12. They snuck in. They took care of business. It's a good underrated CMU team. It's a good Central Michigan team. So. Or wait, they didn't. No. Who did they play this past week? It wasn't Central Michigan.
Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Who did they play? They played AR Pine Bluff.
There you go. Well, they won. That's all that matters. The reason I was thinking about CMU is because that's the close game they had. But that close game keeps aging well as time goes on, which they had them blown out at the first half. So, okay, I'll move on with the 11 team. My 11 team is Kentucky. I dropped them 3 spots. They still just don't look too impressive, and I dropped them again because now the Florida win doesn't look as good as time goes on. So I dropped them to 11.
Yeah, I actually also have Kentucky at 11.
Yep.
I think right now the national media is setting them up to look like frauds because some people have them like top 6, top 7. They're not. Then you can't not put away bad teams like they haven't done and then act like they're that good. I know they beat Florida at Florida. That's impressive. Florida's hard to play at. I get it. But ever since then, they just look kind of okay to me. But, they're still top 12.
Yeah, like Clemson beats LA Tech by 20 points and the world's falling down, but then Kentucky keeps it within it's just
and
NIU.
Everyone's like, oh my gosh, Kentucky.
It don't add up, but it's okay. All right, go ahead with your number 10.
10, I have Penn State.
Okay.
Went over Auburn. It's pretty good. They have more to prove, but right now, comfortable at 10.
All right, I have Washington. I had them at 12 last week. Moved them up 2 spots. They took care of business. Move them up. So I'll go with 9 now. For 9, I have NC State. I moved them up 2 spots. They took care of UConn. Again, you take care of business. The way this college football season's been going, it seems hard. So you take care of business, I'm going to move you up. They took care of business. Good job for NC State. They're moving up at 9. Go ahead with it.
Yeah, 9, I also have NC State.
Okay.
Kind of forgotten about the ECU game. That was a rivalry game, I guess. So you give them a little bit of a buffer there. But they've looked good since. They got a big game coming up, College Game Day. Yeah. Against Clemson. So I'm going to make that happen.
All right, go ahead with 8.
8, I have Washington.
Okay.
They look really good. Quarterback play is great there. A big game at UCLA. That'll really set them in stone more if they can win that game. Yeah, for sure. That'd be a great game. I have an 8. I got Penn State. So we've had identical lists so far besides we had Penn State, Washington flipped. That's the only difference. Penn State was the team that just got done playing CMU. And they actually ended up beating them 34 to 14 or something like that. It wasn't necessarily a huge blowout, but it was a little bit of a blowout. And I have some stock in CMU, so I'll give Penn State credit there. And I moved them up 2 spots for, again, taking care of business. So I'm going to go to my 7 team, which is USC. I dropped them 2 spots because of the close game with Oregon State. They were supposed to win by a touchdown. They only beat them by 3. But it was really about how they looked in the game more than how much they beat them by. Oregon State didn't look like a top 30 team like they're supposed to be, and USC still kept it close. And I think in order to be in that top 7 to top 8 range, you need to be able to take care of inferior teams on the road. And that's something Penn State has done with Auburn. Something I didn't see out of USC. So I'd like to see that. I still got USC ahead of Penn State.
I want to see more from USC. Right now, I got them at 7.
Okay, so for my 7, 6, and 5, it's kind of they're a little grouped together because I'm unsure about all of them. But starting off with my number 7 out of those 3 is Tennessee.
Okay.
At 7, they've looked great most of the year. They beat Florida. Almost had a hiccup at the end there. I actually like my life flashed before my eyes when that Anthony Richardson threw the ball up. But yeah, Tennessee at 7. They look good. Got a good test against LSU at LSU. It's a good way to see if they're actually legit or not.
All right, go with your 6.
6, I'm going to put USC again. It's like close. They did look pretty bad against Oregon State, but I still have faith in them.
Yep.
I mean, I had to drop them. I think I dropped them 1 from last week. Yeah, I think they're a good team. It's just there might be some growing pains. Might have some down weeks every once in a while with the new staff.
Yeah. I got Tennessee at 6. I moved them up 3 spots. Finally got the monkey off your back with Florida, and you're going to just – I think offense looks great. You figure out a little something on defense, you'll be in good shape. Again, like you said, big game for them this week at LSU. Let's see how they go with what I just got done saying, going on the road, seeing how you handle weaker competition, but still on the road, so it kind of evens out. We'll see how they handle it there, and see if the crowd makes a big difference there. Going into my – wait, did you say your 6?
Yeah, I said my 6.
Okay, I was making sure.
Said yours.
Okay. All right, so going into 5, I got my Clemson Tigers. I moved them up 2 spots. They went on the road. It's kind of hard to perceive them because, like, me and you were talking about this, that the whole thing about Clemson was their defense is so good, can they figure it out on offense? Well, now they figure out on offense, but defense looks awful. The defensive line looks fine. That's not what I'm talking about. The secondary looks uncompetitive. But I think Clemson's defense figures it out. Anyways, that's I want to throw that in there. I'm at 5 right now, though. Especially if their defense can figure it out, they're more than worthy in top 5. And DJ, you almost have to feel happy for him a little bit. He looked good, but now he has to do it multiple weeks in a row. But I'm just saying, I felt happy for DJ. Felt happy for him. So that's what I took away from the game. Go ahead. Who's your 5?
My 5 is also Clemson. I moved them up a few spots. I think I had them like 7 or 8 last week. Yeah. I think the defense will get better. You can tell they miss Brent Venables, though. I mean, I was wondering how that would look coming to the season. So far, it's been fine, but Wake figured them out. And Clemson also has a big penalty issue right now. They had like over 100 yards for penalties. Yeah. Can't do that and win big games. I know Wake's a good team, but like it's one of those things. Clemson owns Wake. Yeah. It's like you need to beat Wake every year. And Wake is good. Like it's a good win for Clemson going back to Wake. That's good. I give them credit.
Yeah. All right. Who's your 4 team?
4, I'm going to have Michigan.
Okay.
I was hesitant to drop him because I had him 2 because I think Maryland's actually pretty good. But for the sake of this week, we'll see how that win ages because I think it's going to age well. Mm-hmm. I'll have them at 4. Still a top team.
Okay, I'll agree with you a little bit. I also have Michigan 4. I had them at 2 originally, so I dropped them 2 spots down to 4. Got Michigan at 4. Same reasons you said. I'd like to see how that win ages. And it was a 2-touchdown game until like garbage time, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, but it is garbage time. You still got to step up and play. So, it is what it is. At number 3, I have Ohio State. I moved them up 3 spots. The Notre Dame win keeps looking a little better as they went on the road and beat North Carolina this past week. It's a good win. North Carolina's a team that beat App State at App State. So, Notre Dame to be able to go on the road and pick up a win looks pretty good. And now that win barely at home against them, it's starting to look better for Ohio State. Moved them up a little bit, especially because of the big win they had this past weekend. Blew out Wisconsin. So, look good for Ohio State.
Yeah, my 3 is also Ohio State. The win against Wisconsin was very impressive. I think they're obviously a top 4 team right now. I just think the Notre Dame game still kind of weighs on me a little bit to move them like 2 over Alabama.
Yeah.
But the age is that win might age a little better. But yeah, Ohio State and Michigan's going to be a great game at the end of the year. If they're both stay this good on this path, it'll be really good. It's always a good game.
It is always a good game. Yeah. At number 2, I have Alabama. I moved them up 2 spots. I had them at 4. Handled business against Vanderbilt. And I don't know because Texas lost this past week. So I'm kind of going against my morals a little bit here. That close game is aging badly. But it's just kind of like I trust in Alabama, and especially the way they looked against Vanderbilt this past week led me to believe 2. Maybe if I went back and made the list, I might have Ohio State 2 now that I'm talking out loud about it. I might have Alabama 3. So just virtually flip those. But Alabama would have been my 2 team. So go ahead.
Yeah, my 2 is also Alabama. They look good against Vandy, which is what everyone expected. But I think they're one of the teams kind of has like a pedigree. Well, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, like you said, a little bit for this next few weeks. I think they are a top 4 team. I just don't think I say this every week. They don't remind me of the past Alabama teams necessarily.
Yeah.
We'll see how when they get into like more challenging conference play, but right now I'm comfortable with them at 2.
And then 1, we both have Georgia.
Yeah.
But close.
Yeah, I'll start, I guess. It's like we're big on like this season just taking care of business against the lesser teams.
Yeah.
They didn't really do that, but I'm gonna give them a little benefit of the doubt because how they beat Oregon, how they looked against everybody else. We're like beating Samford. Everyone's like, only beat Samford 33-0. I think Kirby Smart's a little bit bigger on putting in the backup guys in a little early.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, 33-0 is like impressive, but not what you expect.
Yeah.
Which is still like a what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know. I got
you.
Yeah. I got them number 1, but closer. Gap's getting closer.
Yeah,
Gap's getting closer.
I agree.
All right, another headline we got. Tyler Van Dyke got benched in the 3rd quarter, which is crazy. He's this huge prospect coming out of high school, goes into Miami, huge 5-star guy, supposed to light up the world, and he hasn't looked good. He didn't get a touchdown pass against Texas A&M, and now looked pretty bad against Middle Tennessee State. He's benched, man. What do you think the future is like for Tyler Van Dyke?
He'll be the starter again. I think it was kind of a message, or maybe they just wanted to sit him because they thought, what's the point? We're getting blown out by MTSU, so what's the point of even playing you? But Mario Cristobal has some stuff to figure out. The team's gonna have to get ready for when that other 5-star quarterback comes in next year. He's gonna be really good. They need to have a supporting cast right now. They could be good soon.
Yeah,
not right now.
Yeah, Tyler Van Dyke got benched like a little bit into the 3rd quarter, so they started playing. They were down by like 17. Plenty of time to still come back.
I pictured late 3rd quarter.
No, it's like a bench. It's crazy. So hopefully, like I said, I agree with you. I think he'll be the starter, but it's just, I think it's more of lighting a fire under young guy's tail, gives attention more of than anything else. So, but now it kind of makes you think though. What if they kept Tyler Van Dyke? You think they'll come back, save my parlay? Who knows? Let's move on. Let's go into our pick'ems. We got a lot of pick'ems to make this week. A lot of ranked games this week. I am 5-2 on the season. You are 4-3 on the season. I got that Texas A&M one over you and got one ahead of you. So let's move on. First game, number 10 NC State at number 5 Clemson. Jake, who you got?
See, on paper, this game's like, good game between some ranked teams, and you realize it's at Clemson. It's probably gonna be a blowout. So I got Clemson.
Okay, I also got Clemson. I don't think it'll be a blowout though. I think it'll be close.
I think late in the game, the score will look worse than it actually is.
Also, a little revenge tour for Clemson, too. Revenge tour.
They need to win this game.
So, all right, number 7, Kentucky at number 14, Ole Miss.
This is another battle of the potential frauds, kind of like A&M Arkansas was.
I agree.
I'm going to have to go Kentucky, though.
Okay.
I think Ole Miss is very overrated right now, but I also think Kentucky is, but I think just the floor for Kentucky is a little higher.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go with Kentucky.
I'll go with the same thing I did last week, where I think both teams are overrated, and I'll go with the home team. So I'll go Ole Miss. I'll go against you on this one. So I'm just going to go with the Ole Miss. I do think both teams are overrated, though. All right, number 2, Alabama. Oh, wait, real quick, go back to the other game. It could explain, though, why maybe Kentucky had some issues with the team last week, because maybe they're looking too far ahead. Happens a lot with teams. Could be a thing. We'll see, though. Number 2, Alabama at number 20, Arkansas.
Alabama.
Yeah. I'm going Alabama, too. Yeah, I'm going Alabama, too, but, man, it just sucks. This game could have been a week ago, been hyped. Now it's like...
Is it? You said it's at Arkansas?
At Arkansas.
I will be excited to see, though, if the Arkansas noise gets to Alabama.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Tennessee game. Then that gives us a chance.
Yeah.
The crowd will give us a chance to get Alabama.
It's true.
They look bad against Texas on the road already.
Yep.
Sloppy bad.
Yeah.
That's not good for Alabama.
I was going to say, I'm taking Alabama, but close. Close.
I think it'll be a scare for like 3 quarters, and it's kind of one of those things where Alabama just finally figures it out.
I can see that. Yeah.
That's what.
All right, number 9, Oklahoma State at number 16, Baylor.
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
I'm gonna have to go Baylor.
Go Baylor, okay.
Oklahoma State's not played enough people at all. They've not played a hard game all year. Baylor has. They're ready for it. at home.
Yep.
Baylor.
All right. I'm also going Baylor. I think the Big 12s end up going to beating each other up, so I'm going to stay with that kind of theme, and I'll go Baylor here to beat Oklahoma State. All right, so number 22, Wake Forest at number 23, Florida State. Who you got in this one?
That's a good game.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know about that game. At Florida State. That's a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
The way Wake just looked.
It's kind of like, is Florida State back or not? A little bit.
Yeah, I don't really know how to judge them. You pick first.
You want to pick first? I'm going Florida State. I'm going with the home team in the 50-50s. 50-50 game, though, here.
I'll go Florida State.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. That's hard. It depends if Wake's defense can step up at all.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have to.
Yeah. This could be a very exciting game. Very exciting.
Yeah.
All right. So another headline. This isn't really a headline, but something we have not brung up on the BoogiePod yet. That's Heisman talk. Haven't even mentioned Heisman. It is early, but let's. You got any Heisman contenders or favorites or dark horses you want to throw out there? Let's just talk Heisman. Nothing certain, but just let's talk Heisman's a little bit. Throw me some names out there.
Well, the first one that comes to mind obviously is Hendon Hooker after the Florida win.
Yep.
It's like a statement win for him because it's like, getting the monkey off your back, like you said.
Yeah.
Florida's always going to play us good. Don't matter how good we are.
Mm-hmm.
Beating Pitt on the road. He's played great all year. I don't even think he has a pick yet. He might have one.
Yeah.
He's playing great. I think he has like 2 SEC Offensive Player of the Week awards already. At least one. He got one this week.
Yeah.
So he's played more competition. Right now, he was my dark horse. That's why I'm mentioning him because he's like it's shown to be more of a realistic thing if they can get by Alabama or Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
If they get by one of them, I give them a chance. But yeah.
Okay. Right now, my Heisman favorite would be C.J. Stroud. As of right now, he's second in QBR in the whole league, and he plays for the better team than who number 1 QBR stands for. Hendon Hooker was another guy to bring up. My honorable, he leads the country in QBR. When I was looking at this, I was like, wow, that is crazy. He's not really, I didn't put him in as my top 2 Heisman favorites with Hendon Hooker, CJ Stroud, for the main reason of he hasn't played for a good enough team, I don't think. But this is pretty crazy, and I would leave him up for a dark horse if they could somehow wiggle their way into a Big 12 championship. But that's Jalen Daniels, Kansas quarterback. He leads the country in QBR, and wow. I'm gonna. They're 3-0, and if they can, and it's the Big 12. It's wide open. So if they can wingle their way into a Big 12 championship, and he can somehow, that's my dark horse, Jalen Daniels.
Okay,
there you go.
Yeah, my favorite would also be C.J. Stroud. Yeah, I think he's gonna win it this year. Stetson Bennett was a fun thing to toy around with, but the resume won't end up helping him out. Even though they should go undefeated. Yeah. But his resumes won't be good enough against someone like C.J. Stroud or even Bryce Young.
Yeah. All right, let's go into our college football locks. I am 2-0. You're 1-1. I got the one last week with my UNLV. The USC wagon crashed last week, so maybe you can repair it and pick it back up. We won't know. It depends who you're taking. I'll start, though. I am riding. I might have to start a wagon. I might have me a wagon now. James Madison University. Give me JMU for my lock this week, minus 20.5 over Texas State.
Okay, mine is Washington, minus 2.5 at UCLA.
Okay.
I have faith in Washington to be able to beat UCLA with nobody there. No home field advantage. Get it done.
Sure, it's crazy how they don't bring in fans whenever you're playing at the dang Rose Bowl place.
Nice stadium.
I know, I'd go there to watch 2 turds play each other, but I mean, it's crazy. So, all right, let's move on. Let's go into NFL, baby. NFL. So let's do our stock up, stock down teams. I'll start us off with stock up this time. My stock up teams are the Eagles, because they blew out the Commanders. Anytime you blow out somebody in the NFL, your stock up has to rise a little bit. That leads me to my second team, the Jaguars. Blew out Chargers. Big dub for the Jags. Then I'm going to go to my third team, and the reason why I'm giving them credit is because I picked against them in my lock last week, and they won. So I got to give them credit. They shut me up a little bit after I kind of clowned on them all week, too. That's the Colts. I'm going to stock up a little bit on the Colts because they beat the Chiefs. So, go ahead. You got any other stock up teams?
Stock ups. I would mention the Jaguars again, obviously. Yeah. Beating the Chargers 38-10 is very impressive. I will say the tiniest little stock up imaginable. It's tiny, is the Packers.
Okay.
Beating Tom Brady. I know you didn't want to talk about Tom Brady losing.
Yeah.
But, Yeah, Tom Brady took a big L, looked like trash all game until the last drive, and almost tied it. I'll give him credit.
Mm-hmm.
But Packers only scored 14. That's all it goes.
Yeah, he mumbling them back here, and I don't know why. All right, keep talking.
Yeah.
Never get a dog, anyone. Never get a dog.
I didn't talk at all. Anyways,
Okay, go ahead.
Packers, being able to beat that good of a defense at Buccaneers, I'll give you credit. That's all I was going to say.
That's true. Yeah, we get to the power rankings. I got a little question mark on for now that I've thought about it, but it's okay. Okay, start down teams. I'll let you hit this one off.
Start downs, Buccaneers. Everyone knows their defense is good, but that offense, I know they're hurt. I understand it. But everyone tells me that Tom Brady could carry a bad offense. No, he can't.
No,
Not anymore.
He can't.
He cannot anymore. I could have told you that last year.
Yeah.
But everyone's now just figuring it out, I think.
Yeah.
Offense is absolutely abysmal. It's hard to watch right now. Yesterday, their best wide receiver was probably Cole Beasley on his 3 days notice of playing.
Yeah.
They just signed him. That's rough, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Russell Gage, actually. It's close. But big stock down there. And another one stock down is going to be the Raiders. By default, they were already low with their 0-3.
Yeah.
Their season could be over at 0-3 in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be hard to claw back from that.
Yeah.
The AFC's good.
Yeah.
Let the Titans beat you. I mean, Titans aren't good either.
No.
But yeah.
Okay, I got Chargers. I mean,
yeah.
I know you want to, say that they're banged up or whatever. Somebody watching you want to say that. Oh well, get over it. Don't be a crybaby. NFL. Stop down. You don't get blown out. Stop down. Commanders, stop down. You don't get blown out. Blown out teams get stop downs. Blown out,
yeah.
Stop down Commanders. Then I'm going Chiefs. You lost to the Colts. The Colts just got beat 24-0 against the Jaguars. That does not add up. Chiefs,
no.
Down. Gotta go on the road and win. I think all their games have been at home. That was their first time on the road this year. Is that true?
Wait, Chiefs on the road, you said?
Yeah, is this the first time they've been on the road this year?
Who'd they play their first game? I think they went to the Cardinals their first game.
Well, okay, that's Cardinals. That don't count. So stop down, Chiefs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my stop down.
This is their second on the road game. Yeah, they went to the Cardinals.
Okay. So let's go into our second headline. And wait, did I give you a chance to say your stop down teams? Did you say your stop down team?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did, yes.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
I was going to mention, good thing you said that. I was going to mention two more, actually. Sunday Night Football last night was absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And before the season started, I was like, that should be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos, they won 11-10. Surprised that's not a unique score. I've never heard of a football team winning 11-10 before. But 49ers and Broncos, both stock downs. Jimmy G did not run the offense well. It was at Denver, but dang, dude. Just 10 points. Broncos look that bad and still somehow win. They're the most overrated 2-1 team I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the record, you're like, wow, that's not bad.
Yeah.
They actually are terrible. And they have the worst head coach in football. Sadly. So
yep. They better figure it out, man. They got to play the London Jags in London soon coming up.
That's not going to go well. Y'all going to kill them. It's going to be really bad.
All right, let's move on. NFL ends the Pro Bowl. They're done with the Pro Bowl, and they're going to a mini games type deal kind of thing. What do you think about this? What's your opinion?
The Pro Bowl is dead every year anyways now. It used to be a cooler thing when some people would play, actually try. I mean, everyone plays, but, try to play.
Yeah.
I know they're having Peyton Manning in there. That's always a dub. But it's going to be a skills challenge. It'd be I could see it being the NFL Olympics where they have the races.
Yeah.
Skills challenge.
They're playing a flag football game.
Yeah, that's kind of it's gimmicks now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really bother me. It should just be something fun because Pro Bowls on your resume for the Hall of Fame are kind of irrelevant when it comes to all pros. If someone has more all pros than you, that's what really matters. Being in the Pro Bowl is cool, but it's people look into it too much on the Hall of Fame. Because all pros are what matter. That's why it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with you. It doesn't. When you get rid of something irrelevant, replace it with something irrelevant.
Yeah.
Ain't that much to bring up.
One thing I heard on the radio today, it's actually going to be in Las Vegas this year again rather than Hawaii, which is interesting.
Huh.
I don't know why everything has to be in Vegas now.
Yeah.
Hawaii was kind of cool, but I get the logistics
people
to
in
get
trouble.
everyone to Hawaii. That's what they were saying on the radio. People are going to get in trouble more because like Alvin Kamara punched somebody in Hawaii last year. He's still dealing with that. So I can't. Vegas is something weird about there. Being it's a UFC fighter.
It was in Vegas last year.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's gonna be worse this year. Oh well.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll like get back to changing it every year. It'd be cool if they went different places, but
yeah.
So
just go to Vegas
yeah.
every year.
All right. Let's move on to our power rankings, our top 5 for the NFL. At number 5, I'll start off number 5 because I want to get my question mark out of the way. Everyone clown me. I got the Bucks still. Got the Bucks at 5. I know. And if we were going off right now, they're not a top 5 team, but I got them there just because I have faith. I shouldn't because it's a right now thing and it doesn't fit the theme, so just ignore it. But that's who I have at 5. It's the Bucks. Go ahead.
Okay, since we're doing a right now thing, my 5 is Jaguars.
Okay.
Jaguars. I love seeing Trevor play good. It makes me really happy.
Yes.
Because everyone forgets about Trevor because he had one bad year with Urban Meyer.
Yep.
Everyone's like, he's a bust. No, he's not. He's going to be a future. He's going to be better than Justin Herbert, most likely.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
I hope.
Justin Herbert can't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I like Jaguars at 5. I actually like them to maybe whatever the spread is. If it's not too crazy against the Eagles, I like them to cover that too because they won't be favored.
It's 6.5 right now. Yeah.
I like y'all to cover that. I'd love to see y'all beat them.
That'd be awesome. I'd be freaking out in the hotel room if they beat the Eagles. All right. Yeah. So go ahead with your 4.
My 4 is going to be the Ravens. I know they blew the game against the Dolphins, but, offense is really good. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt with that game. It's kind of an anomaly.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens are really good. They went to the Patriots and played well. So, but they're I wouldn't be shocked if they're not there next week, though, just for some reason. They're not like a mainstay top 5 team, I don't think, but they are good.
Yeah. Okay, my 4 is the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs. They lost a close game to the Colts this past week. I dropped them 2 spots. I had them 2. Now they're 4. So, bad on Chiefs. That's about all I could say. I think they'll pick it back up. They'll be fine. Just you drop one, it is what it is. So moving on.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say my Chiefs aren't on mine. I kind of regret it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But if you're doing a right now thing, you can't lose the Colts to be on my top 5.
That's true. I agree. All right, number 3, I have the Bills. They dropped one to the Dolphins. It is what it is. Kind of the same way with the it's a competitive game. I was kind of not pleased with what I saw from Josh Allen, though, against the Dolphins. I would have liked to see better, especially the way Lamar Jackson just lit up that Dolphins defense, and Josh Allen couldn't go in there and do it. That kind of gives me, a little different look, but I think it might have been more fluky than it was anything. Not the Dolphins beating them, just the way the scoring was, and then Dolphins play down the competition because why else would you not? So, Bills at 3.
My 3 is going to be the Eagles. And I'll tell you why they're not 1 or 2. They are the only 3-0 team in football right now, unless the Giants win tonight. The Eagles, if people watch the first half and see the highlights, they're like, wow, dude, the Eagles look great. And they'll score 24 points the first half, but they won't tune back in the second half where they score 0.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they played the Vikings on a 1 o'clock game, they lose that game. Like a crazy comeback win because Kirkwood is like that guy at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Even against Washington. I mean, they played well. Really, what won in that game was Philadelphia's defensive line. Carson Wentz had no time. I think Eagles are really good, but they're kind of not closing out well. When they play some really, really good teams, hopefully the Jaguars coming up.
Yeah.
We'll see it late where it's like, ooh, they're kind of coming back a little bit if they do get up early, and it's kind of an issue. That's my big issue. I think they're really good, though, so don't get me wrong. But right now, I can't move them up when they can't close games out.
Yeah.
Right now. They're just getting lucky they're playing bad teams.
I think the Dolphins are 3-0 too.
They go. Yeah, I mean NFC, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
NFC 3. I should have said that different.
Okay. Well, that leads me to my 2 team, which is the Dolphins. I have the Dolphins. Yeah. They're 3-0. Again, I have Bills 3. You beat the Bills barely. You're going to be 2. You're going to be barely ahead of them. They've looked great. Offense again looked kind of shaky this week. Weird. I also want to bring something back about I said the Bills. I don't understand why the offense looked like that. I know the humidity was a big issue there too, so maybe that has something a little to do with it. But I got Dolphins too. They look great, and the defense is underrated. So unless they're playing the Ravens, so, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the Dolphins at 2. I don't want to call anything they do fluky. They're not a fluke team. I think they're legit, but it just so happens their past 2 wins had things going their way, which is fine. You know, the Ravens win was a crazy comeback. I mean, the Ravens won't collapse that way,
Yeah.
think. Surely not. But see, like you show how good Tua actually can be. That's great. I'm not going to be like ESPN and take all the credit away from Tua when he actually plays good. It kind of gets annoying.
Yeah, it does.
Like me and my dad were watching it yesterday. Like they cannot give Tua any credit.
No.
That dude could throw like 8 touchdown passes. They'd still say it's just because Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins are really good. I do think though when they go to Buffalo, it might get bad for them though, because Buffalo had 4 new people on their secondary on short notice. And they still kept it that close. They still had trouble throwing the ball. But I like the Dolphins this year. I just think,
yeah, gonna bring up something I forgot now. Hold on. Okay, my train of thought went way out the window. But if I think of it, I'll bring it back up. But my one team is the Eagles. I have the Eagles in 1, 3-0. They have like 2 blowouts now. I mean, I'm a big blowout guy in the NFL. You blow out a team, you should get credit. So give them credit. I got them at 1 as of right now. That's what's kind of wrong with my list. I regret it a little bit now. I got 5 who are the Bucks because of what I think they can be, and I got the Eagles at 1 because I think it's what they are right now. I remember what I was going to say now. Dolphins. They remind me, they could be, I could be wrong, I could be completely wrong, just come back and get me, but I'm saying it on the air, the Dolphins could be a very similar team to 2022 Cardinals, in a sense where they have this like huge start, and then it just all goes to poop.
Last year's Cardinals.
Yeah, 2021, sorry. They have this like big startup, and then just boof, all gone.
No, I agree.
So they could be like that. I still like the Dolphins. I'm just saying, throwing it out there, could happen. But I got Eagles at 1.
Okay, my 1. This could get me hate, but still the Bills. I don't care they lost. I still think they're better than the Dolphins. Things just didn't go their way this time. Josh Allen missed like the easiest throw of his life to win the game. I think I will be proven right when they go to Buffalo and whatever they do.
Okay.
I still like Buffalo as the best team. I know they lost. They're 2-1. Dolphins just beat them. But I give the Dolphins credit being right there with them.
Yeah.
They're both 2 very good teams.
Okay. All right, so let's go to another headline here. The offensive coordinator, talking about the Bills, slammed his dang headset and, like, ripped up his papers, and, like, he is really mad. Do you think – now, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong here, but that had a lot to do with the not necessarily the performance on the field, but it had a lot to do with the refs, correct? I heard there was a lot of big issues with the refs. No, okay.
What I understood when he did that, it was because the last play of the game with like 9 seconds left, Josh Allen throws a little check down to get in field goal range, and this last dude's name's McKenzie, one of their wide receivers.
Yeah.
Cuts out and then doesn't go out of bounds with like 8 seconds left when they snap the ball. If they go out of bounds, they get to kick a field goal to potentially tie.
Yeah.
I don't know. They might have won the game. I think it would have won the game because it was a safety, I think.
Okay.
Regardless, to keep him in the game.
Yeah.
And he doesn't go out of bounds. He just keeps running forward.
Okay.
So I would have slammed my stuff too.
Yeah.
If I was that guy.
All right. Well, that was going to bring me to my next question. Then, do you think it was well deserving? But I agree now. If that was the problem, I would have probably freaked out. So.
Basic stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of bounds. You know what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I coach a Pee Wee football team. They know to get out of bounds whenever they have to because of the time. So that's pretty bad. Yeah, I didn't know that was the reasoning. So I'm glad we figured that out. Yeah. That's bad. All right, let's move on to our pick'ems. We pick primetime football games here at the NFL, and I am 5-2. You are 4-3. I got the Eagles game right over you against the Vikings there. So let's see. We'll see how it goes. I got a 1-game lead. I got to keep it. So let's start it off today in like a couple hours. The Dallas Cowboys goes on the road to the New York Giants. Jake, who you got in this one?
I think I'll take the Cowboys,
Okay.
but in a really low-scoring game where it's like 50-50, it depends if Cooper Rush can take care of the ball. Because everyone thinks the Giants are 2-0. They're not actually good. We'll just see if Cooper Rush can keep Dallas afloat for another week.
Okay.
If he keeps them afloat, they will win. But if he throws picks, they will lose.
All right. I went back and forth for this game all day long. I won't lie to you. Originally, early in the league, I was thinking, okay, I think Giants will take care of it. Dallas are banged up. Giants look to be improved this year. They're at home. I'll lean Giants. Then, earlier this morning in class, when I was bored out of my brain, I was like, Dallas is going to win that game. They own the Giants. They're going to win. Then I got to my second class. Then I was back on the Giants train because I saw something on the ESPN website talking about the Giants. I was like, Giants are probably going to win tonight. Now I'm here. And you took Dallas, and I knew you were going to take Dallas. So I will take my chance again, maybe another game up on you, or we'll tie it back up. I'll go the Giants. I think it's 50-50 though, but I'll take them. They're at home. I'll go Giants just because Dallas is banged up. So yeah, I guess I'll go Giants. I don't know. I don't trust Danny Dimes though. I don't like picking him in anything, but I mean honestly,
he's 0-8 in primetime games.
It's like I didn't want to know that, but it's okay. I'll take.
I shouldn't have told you that.
No, I'm gonna stay with Giants. I'm gonna stay with Giants, but it's just. I mean, you gotta win eventually, right? So, go Giants.
That's true.
All right, Sunday night no. Sorry, Thursday night football. Now hold on. Something's wrong here, on my end. What is Thursday night football?
It's Dolphins at Bengals.
Okay. Now I thought there was a London game on Thursday. Is there?
It's Sunday morning.
Okay. All right. Okay, so anyways, I got it right. I got mixed up with what we were talking about earlier. Okay, Dolphins at Bengals. Who you got, Jake? Thursday night football.
I got the Dolphins.
Okay, all right.
Dolphins are going to go to the Bengals. Bengals didn't even play great against the Jets necessarily. I mean, they did what they should have done, but still not impressed.
Yeah.
I think Dolphins actually can win that game easily if they're on.
All right, I got a hot take for you. I'm going Bengals because their back is against the wall. They're in a corner. Must win. Dolphins are 3-0, sitting back. You know, they're like, wow, we're going to the 1-2 Bengals. Right? Must win mode down there for Joe Burrow and them. 1-2, and your only wins against the Jets. Might as well be 0-2. Might as well not count. You got the Bengals, or you got the 3-0 Dolphins. It's your time to make a statement. And I think they get it done. Advance to 2-2. I'm going with the Bengals on Thursday Night Football. Move on. Sunday Night Football. Chiefs at Bucks. Who do you got?
Well, lucky scheduling. Get to play Packers and Chiefs at home. That's funny. I'm going to go Chiefs.
Okay.
Depends. Mike Evans will be back, but I still don't think that's enough.
Okay.
I know the Chiefs just lost to the Colts. It's a classic trap game, I guess you could say, because talk about a desperate team. The Colts were desperate.
Yeah.
They got what they needed. But I'm going to still go Chiefs. I think it'll be low scoring because the Bucs defense is going to carry all year. They're really good. They'll be the best defense in the whole NFL, but I'll go Chiefs.
Okay, I am going Bucks. We are picking against each other 3 straight games in a row. I'm going Bucks because I think Mike Evans is back, and it's finally time for that offense to light up a little bit. Why not do it at home when you got the Kansas City Chiefs coming in? And I don't know what Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady's records against each other are, but I'll trust Tom Brady over Patrick Mahomes right now. At home, I'm picking Bucks. 3, so our records are going to be weirdly changed coming next podcast. So, all right, so let's move on. Last headline to talk about today is Justin Fields straight up said to the media, I played like trash, is what he said. Well, I don't know why he's saying it now because he's played like trash every week so far. But, to be fair, he doesn't throw the ball. Doesn't get told to throw the ball. So, do you think this is more of a Justin Fields issue, or do you think it's more of a coaching issue?
I would probably say it's more of a coaching issue. I don't think Justin Fields is going to be being great in the NFL, but the coaches that the Bears have had recently are just all really bad and don't understand play calling. I don't think at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to let him throw the ball. It's like y'all letting Trevor not throw the ball.
Yeah.
Jaguars don't let Trevor throw the ball. You got to develop him. You know, if you're going to lose some games, at least let them get better when they lose.
Yeah.
Instead of just running the ball the whole time, because they act like they're trying to compete for a Super Bowl or something, trying to just get wins by running the ball. But they need to develop Justin Fields, so not really his fault as much.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our betting locks. I'm 1-1. You're 1-1. My betting lock for this week is I'm taking the Raiders, the 0-3 Raiders, minus 2 points against Denver. I think Raiders are in must-win mode. I think they get it done. They're in a corner. They have nowhere else to go but win. I think they'll get it done, and I think they'll get it done by more than 2 points. I'm going Raiders minus 2 over Denver. Plus Broncos have looked bad.
It's true. Yeah, my lock is Dolphins plus 3.5 over the Bengals at the Bengals.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Dolphins.
All right, so you go with the dogs. I don't blame you there. I could definitely see that one. So, all right, something I want to throw on you because I didn't want to mention this before we started because I wanted this to be instinct because I think it's better instinct. Give me who is your biggest clown of the week. I'll start first because I want you to think about it a little bit, but I didn't want you to prepare something. I know who my biggest clown of the week is, and that's Brandon Staley. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Is that true?
The Chargers head coach?
Yes. Biggest clown of the week. And I'll tell you why. Because, one, even if Justin Herbert wants to go out there and play, if he's hurt, you tell him no. You're the coach. You man up. You save him from yourself. 2, fourth quarter, you're down by 3 or 4 touchdowns. And he wants to go out there and be with his team, is what he said in his interview after the game. You still tell him no. You got to keep him hurt. You got to keep him healthy. Why do you throw him out there to get hurt? What if he goes down? What if he gets hurt? Just because you were trying to come back in the fourth quarter in a 4-touchdown deficit. It's embarrassing. He's my clown of the week. Stand up, be a man, be a coach.
My clown of the week is the refs in the Packers-Bucks game for giving Tom Brady a chance to even come back and win. Very bad. I think it was a holding call or something that happened. A defensive holding on the Packers. Late, they gave the Bucks no, it was a pass interference. Okay, this is what it was. Sorry. Tom Brady's on his final drive to try to tie the game. They're going down the field, actually looking really good for once. Like the only time they looked all game. And the refs are what was I going to say? Dang it. It was like a pass play. Pretty much it should have been a holding call, not a pass interference call, with the pass interference call moving to like the 3-yard line instead of shouldn't like a normal foul, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Clowns. And Tom Brady.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all we got. If any of you guys in the comments have any questions, I say them out now. But Jake, what is your Jake question of the week?
Oh gosh, I didn't prepare a question. I don't know.
I gotta have one. Anything.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have a good one, so I'm just throwing like something stupid out there.
Okay.
In 20 years,
Okay.
who has more rings
Okay.
in the NFL?
All right.
Patrick Mahomes or Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence. Patrick Mahomes has
Okay.
one, and that's all he'll stay with.
How many Trevor gonna have then?
2. One with Jacksonville,
Okay.
one with someone else.
Dallas.
Might be. Don't know. I think he'll have a similar career. Maybe not stats-wise, but I think he'll have a similar ring pattern to Peyton Manning. One with Jacksonville, one with someone else.
Be cool.
I like those kind of questions. I like the weird ones out there. You mix it up a little bit. It don't have to be something like related in the news. It can be something weird. We got no fan questions, so that will do it for this BoogiePod. 4 away from 50, baby. We almost there. Also, I want to bring it up a little bit. I'm at 99 subscribers. I guess we are, because I posted 3 BoogiePods and no videos, so Jake's part of the channel too. So we're at 99 subscribers. Get us to 100. One more. That's all we need. So if you look down there and you're not subscribed, just press it. Be the 100 subscriber. That's cool anyways. Why would you not want to be a 100 subscriber? That's cool. So if you look down there and you're not subbed, do it. We'd appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next one.